Welcome back to the Remote Work Mastery Podcast, the show where we break down the high-income skills that separate six-figure earners from the rest of the pack. I'm your host, Marcus Sterling. Today, we're focused on one concrete move that changes everything, productizing your core skill into a repeatable 90-day retainer that clients buy again and again. That's the skill that scales. Over the next hour, we'll walk through a retainer blueprint you can validate in 7 days, 3 pricing models to test, and the exact onboarding sequence that protects your time and your margins. Let me break this down for you. By the end, you'll have a checklist to launch a pilot retainer and the first week actions that find your first paying client.
Why does productization matter right now? Remote professionals struggle with feast or famine income, endless scope creep, and billing by hours that caps growth. Productized retainers flip that model. You sell outcomes on a predictable cadence, reduce onboarding friction, and build recurring revenue that scales toward agency-level income without immediate hires. Remote work mastery starts with packaging a skill so a client can clearly see the outcome, the timeline, and the rules of engagement. Second, scope boundaries. This is where most freelancers lose margins. Define exactly what is in scope and, importantly, what is not. Use a change control clause that adds a clear fee and timeline for out-of-scope requests. Third, deliverable cadence. Set a weekly rhythm. Discovery week, design or build sprints in weeks 2 through 7, validation and handoff in weeks 8 to 12. This tells the client what to expect and protects your time. Finally, client eligibility. Pick the right clients with a short qualification script, budget, timeline, decision-maker availability. If they don't meet the criteria, pass or refer. That's how you reduce churn and retain high-value partnerships. Section 2. Pricing frameworks and packaging. There are 3 proven ways to price a 90-day retainer: value-based pricing, tiered retainer, and performance add-ons. Value-based ties your fee to the business impact. If your work increases revenue, price a portion of that value. Tiered retainer gives clients choice: basic, growth, and premium tiers, with escalating deliverables and support. Performance add-ons keep the base fee predictable while letting clients pay for upside. For example, a base monthly fee plus a percentage of revenue generated above an agreed threshold. Quick guide to picking a model. If your work creates clear revenue impact and you have proof, test value-based. If you need to reduce buyer friction and sell faster, start with tiered retainers. If you want to protect margins but capture upside, add performance add-ons. Always anchor price to outcomes, not hours. Clients buy results, not time.
In my experience, standardizing discovery was the single biggest lever to scale my design retainers. I created a 60-minute intake that walks the client through goals, existing analytics, 3 priority user problems, and 1 jump-off KPI. That intake replaces 7 hours of back and forth and makes my outcome promise credible from day 1. Here's what actually works: a templated onboarding packet, a prioritized scope checklist, and 1-week discovery deliverable that the client signs off on. After I did that, monthly recurring revenue doubled within 4 months because handoffs were faster and new clients knew what to expect.
That's a powerful example, Sarah. Listeners, note the pattern. Reduce uncertainty early, standardize decisions, and require a sign-off before any work begins. That sign-off is a tiny step that prevents scope creep and anchors expectations.
From the engineering side, the key is automating the delivery pipeline so each retainer doesn't become a custom engineering sprint. What I've learned is build repeatable templates, deployment scripts, testing suites, and a documentation scaffold. For one client, I automated staging deployments and client-facing release notes, which cut my operational time by 60% and let me take on 3 concurrent retainers without hiring. The key insight here is to invest time up front in automation, then harvest predictable margins downstream.
Let's move into implementation. Section 3. Your 7-step quick start to validate a 90-day retainer in 7 days. Step 1. Write a 1-sentence outcome promise. Step 2. Draft a 30 to 60-minute intake script and a 1-page scope checklist. Step 3. Choose a pricing model and set an anchor price you're comfortable testing. Step 4. Create an MVP onboarding packet. Brief expectations, week 1 deliverable, and sign off. Step 5. Outreach. Message 5 warm prospects with a short pitch and 1 available pilot slot. Step 6. Run the pilot with rigid scope and weekly check-ins. Step 7. Collect 2 success metrics and a testimonial. Then iterate.
To add a practical tool, include 1 automation milestone in week 2, even a basic CI deploy or analytics dashboard snapshot, so the client sees technical progress fast. That early win reduces anxiety and creates a data point you can use to justify the next invoice or expansion. In my experience, early visible progress creates momentum and lowers churn.
And a quick onboarding email template you can use in week 0. Introduce the team, restate the outcome promise in 1 sentence, outline week 1 tasks, list 3 things you need from the client immediately, and provide a sign-off link. That simple structure removes friction and starts the client relationship on professional footing. Try it and notice how many fewer follow-up emails you get.
Closing time. Here is what I want you to remember. The skills that scale are the ones you master deeply and apply consistently. Commit to 1 pilot retainer this week. Use the 7-step checklist, pick a pricing model, standardize discovery, and automate 1 delivery task. If you want the exact onboarding checklist and the retainer sign-off template we mentioned, go to nomadlifesuccess.com/remote jobs and download the retainer launch pack. Enroll in online courses that deepen your skill and speed up validation. nomadlifesuccess.com/online courses contains the modules we referenced today.
That's what we've covered today on the Remote Work Mastery podcast. Here is what I want you to remember. Productized retainers give you predictable revenue, reduce scope creep, and scale without trading every hour for dollars. If today's episode resonated with you, here is what I want you to do next. First, head over to nomadlifesuccess.com/remote jobs to explore our curated list of high-paying remote opportunities that match the skills we discussed today. Second, check out our online courses and audio courses at nomadlifesuccess.com/online courses. Enroll in online courses to accelerate your skill mastery. Third, subscribe to this podcast so you never miss an episode. And if you're ready to take your remote work to the next level, grab our free ebook, Location Independent 6-Figure Income, at nomadlifesuccess.com. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Marcus Sterling, and I'll see you in the next episode of Remote Work Mastery.